Kaya naman tayo nagpo-pushback dito kasi alam natin yung kasaysayan nito. Bago tayo umabot doon sa punto na pinagkakatiwalaan ang AFP at ang PNP, mahabang biyahe yan, no? Nung panahon ng tatay ni Bongbong Marcos, nasira ang tiwala ng taong bayan sa AFP at sa PNP kasi abusado. Yan ang ginawa ni Ferdinand Marcos Sr. And it took them a long time to get back to where during PRR this time they were the most trusted, no? So kaya tayo nagpo-pushback dito. Ito responsibilidad natin ito, duty natin ito bilang mamamayan. Tapos to add insult to injury, no? Itong si Marbil, PMA-er ka pa naman, sir. Napakasinungaling mo. At saka bastos, napakababastos, no? Na he said, this liar, Marbil said, Pastor Quiboloy is not a pastor. He is a fugitive of the law. Imagine, you're rubbing salt in the wounds and you're insulting an entire congregation. He is not a pastor? Where did you get that? No? So, this is our problem now. No? For me kasi, no, what I'm seeing right now, it's really a crisis of leadership. Lahat sila sumusunod sa kung sino ang nandyan sa taas. And let's call it what it is again, what the Vice President said. Kasi nagtataka ako bakit ba sobra nilang pinag-iinitan si Pastor? Bakit nila sobrang pinag-iinitan ang mga Duterte? And you'll get to the answer. It's political ambition. No, it's really this lust for power and greed for money, insatiable greed. Ito yung nakikita natin ngayon. And for me, no, as a doctor, I can see it clearly. The portals to evil is plenty, and one of that is through addiction. And this is why when he became president, parang he opened the gates of hell, and all of this, no. So they're not even honorable men anymore. Itong si Marbil walang alam sa batas, no.
Hindi, sabi nga kahit pabiro, no. We would like to repeat it for the second twice, no? Attorney, kayo ilang beses nyo na pinaliwanag ito, kaya lang dahil bopol nga, mahina ang utak, siguro kailangan ulitin natin, bakit nangyayari ito? Why is the good pastor exhausting his legal remedies at hindi tama na tawaging fugitive? Alam mo yung fugitive?
And then, no,
yung nagtatago ng ano ha?
Pugante.
Pugante, diba? Oh. Ang pugante, yung hindi makapagpaliwanag, nasaan yung pangharang ng baha?
Tama. May tatanong din ako kay Attorney Dina at saka the lawyers. Is it right ba? Is it professional for this Torre to say that isuko nyo na kasi si Pastor? Yun ang sinabi niya. Diba? In order for the issues around KO, they will stop harassing the KOJC once Pastor daw surrenders.
Yeah, it is wrong on two grounds. Number one, General Torre is assuming that we can require our client to surrender. No, it is not our decision. It is the decision of the client. No? And besides, the client has the right to avail of his legal remedies. Tama po si Tito Jason sa dun. Marami namang mga instances na ganyan, na kwento na yan, nasabi na yan sa inyo. Sana hindi po maibahan si Senator Lacson. Noon po, meron siyang warrant of arrest nga po, at siya po ay hindi po sumurrender kasi he was availing of his legal remedies until the Court of Appeals decided that there was no probable cause against him, and that was only the time that he surfaced, no? Marami pa pong mga instances na si Senator Gregorio Honasan at one time, no? He also did that, no? And other personalities, no? It may be an inconvenient choice, but it is a choice. Why? Because nasabi na rin namin yan, yung ang motion for reconsideration namin sa DOJ pending pa nga hanggang ngayon. Ayaw nga nila i-rule Kasi kung i-rule niya, pwede kaming pumunta sa Court of Appeals at i-question namin na walang probable cause yun. Meron din kaming remedy na i-question yung filing ng information kasi yung information po nakasabi na ang Davao City is directed to file an information, walang S, sa Pasig. Saan ka ba makakita na ang krimen allegedly ginawa sa Pasig, ang preliminary investigation ginawa sa Davao City? Mali nga ang nag-file ng information, hindi po taga Davao City, taga DOJ Central. Anong tawag yan under Rule 117? Under Rule 117, we can file a motion to quash because the officer who filed the information had no authority to do so. And that is pending now. Nagka-hearing nga kami kanina. They require na yung prosecution to comment kasi hindi sila mag-comment dun sa aming motion na iyon. Pero binigyan sila ng 5 days. What if i-grant ng judge yun ng Pasig? Next week or 2 weeks from now, baka mag-miracle. Sabi ko nga, Your Honor, there might be a miracle. You might grant our motion. So, the arraignment of Ma'am Paul in Canada should not proceed today. And she agreed with me. So, kumbaga, kung mag-grant yun, edi wala ng kaso, pati sila pastor. In so far as the grave crime of alleged human trafficking is concerned. Kaya nga, hindi po siya fugitive. Kung basahin mo yung Black's Law definition of a fugitive, he is a person who, having committed a crime, flees from the jurisdiction of the court where crime was committed or departs from his usual place of abode and conceals himself within the district. That's Black's Law definition. Let's go to the Philippine definition. The first case, Rodriguez versus Comelec, was reiterated in Lavao versus Comelec, which is a 2016 case. He includes not only those persons who flee after conviction. So there is already a conviction to avoid punishment, but also to those who, after being charged, flee to avoid prosecution. Ay yung question after being charged nga, kini-question pa po namin. No? Wala naman pong proof kayo na nag-fall siya doon nga sa definition under Lavao versus Comelec. Kaya nga sir, baka naman pwede ka magkuha din ng consultation sa mga abogado nyo. Marami naman kayong abogado po sa PNP. Yang ginagawa nga ninyo, alam namin, naglalagay pa kayo ng mga listening devices daw dito. In-install nyo yan. Lahat ng aming mga conversations dito, pati yung I love you ko sa aking wife, recorded pala ninyo. Yung mga pulis po na, yung mga pulis po, na sumusunod sa utos po ng inyong mga general. Ipaalam ko lang po sa inyo, krimen po yan. Okay? Under Republic Act 4200, no? It is illegal. It prohibits the recording of any private communication without consent of all the parties involved.
Oh, klaro.
Alam nyo, kung gagawin nyo yan, no? Inutusan kayo ng mga general. I-monitor nyo yung mga conversations nyo dyan, ha? I-record din nyo lahat, ha? Aba, nakakapreso yan. What if makachamba kami at nakukuha namin kayo? No, ma-record namin kayo at ma-filean. Perpetual, absolute disqualification po yan. At nakakapreso yan. Up to 6 years imprisonment po. Meron pa ring ibang batas po na nagbabawal po dyan. So kung orderan kayo ng inyong mga general, no, marami pong paraan. No? Sana, pag-isipan nyo yan, para naman makatulog kayo paggabi. Baka makatsamba kami, makakuha kami ng concrete evidence na ginagawa niyo yan. So, baka mapriso kayo at absolutely, perpetually disqualified to hold public office po.
May rejoinder muna si Attorney.
I just want to add with Dean, no, with respect to those two questions. As to the first, tama yung sinabi niya na we cannot compel the client to surrender. It is his choice, personal choice, whether to submit his person to the jurisdiction of the court or not. And it is still a remedy for him. Second, with respect to the concept of fugitive, I think this is the second or third press con here which we legally discuss the concept. So tama din yung sinabi ni Dean discussing the black law's definition of what a fugitive is. Then in the Philippine context, we also have that concept with respect to the cases decided by the Supreme Court. But let me just add with that, kasi most of the cases where the Supreme Court discussed that concept of fugitive from justice applies to election laws. Now, here, we are not talking about election, and this is not an election-related case. That's why in 2024, a new law came out, itong RA 11983, otherwise known as the New Philippine Passport Act. Now, this is not an election-related law, but here in Section 3, letter J, there's a definition, technical definition of what a fugitive from justice is. Sabi niya dito, sabi ng batas, a fugitive from justice refers to those who flee under the circumstance na after conviction by Philippine court to avoid prosecution. In this case, wala pa nga na-submit, hindi pa nga umusad yung kaso, wala pang conviction. So how could you say that there is, or Pastor Kibuloy as well as the other co-accused are considered as pugante? It is very unfair for them to be tagged as that when in fact they were not yet arraigned. So yun.
Thank you.